Run it back when I told you that. I'll be back like a nigga back. Ultra fast. I ain't with it, both the dash. Run it back, running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, what you back? You think I wanna kill you like a bag? Copy that and run it back. And you see how I act, but then I laugh. Feeling like a fatal heart attack. I died for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'm a cat at anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key. Running back, let me have it back. I'm a cat at anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key.
Like that. Solo might be like that. Oh, yes, like that. Yeah, so I might be like that.
Run it back. Told him put the money in
Good
the
definition
bag.
on the read.
Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that.
Run it back. Run it back, 100 stack in the truck with his fire tag. Pump the gas, running to the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangwu. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Chiefs, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Nwangwu going to get it on the counter. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll go right back to Nwangwu. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The Vikings at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. Yeah, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time. 3rd down here. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Toney on the out route, and he's got him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Fortson. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll run here with Pacheco. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Another run now for Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down.
Zebra, zebra, zebra. Two. Listen to me.
Cousins now. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a
touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney from 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, here's Nwangu. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them?
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now Cousins going to change it up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Hockenson exploded after a surprising in-division trade from the Lions to the Vikings in 2022. Averaged 6 catches a game in his new digs and finished 2nd among NFL tight ends in yards and catches. Could lead the league with a full year in Minnesota.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. 25 yards that time.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, Ringo, 48. Hey, Steamer, what's up?
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, no, easy.
To throw is Cousins. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On third down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Cousins to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Yellow.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man is Thornton. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting...
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in
Final
with Jonathan
adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Pacheco. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man right side is Tony. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
A quick throw caught by Rice. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Hey, 43. 50, yellow.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are pouring it on. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Karlaftis brought his relentless motor from Purdue to Kansas City. 6 sacks, a couple fumble recoveries as a rookie. They expect him to continue to expand his game in his second season.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Let's 50.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
300.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Lob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. 132 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. Gets past him at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Chiefs are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. First play's a run with Nwangu, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Cousins. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but I mean, they are deserving as they start another series to be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th. Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Let's go now.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd and short, McKinnon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To throw, Cousins. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Off the play fake, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.